Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ishi TV. I'm Aekta Kapoor. Today, I'm speaking to Rita Meher, co founder of Tasveer. It's a prominent nonprofit in the US that has been supporting South Asian filmmakers and storytellers for 21 years. So, thanks for being here, Rita, and welcome to Ishi TV.
Thank you for having me, Ekta. It's my pleasure to be on this.
And wow, that's a lot of films in 21 years. And before we talk about these films and your very successful film festival that's happening next month with Sapan News as the media partner, please tell me about your journey and about how it began. I think in Japan in the 1990s.
Oh my goodness, you really dragged me back. It's like back to in the past. So it I did dabble a little bit when I was living in Japan. I was a young student, then I started working, and I got involved in the Japanese TV station and creating some English learning programs. But it always films and cinema or TV world always excited me. So when I came to the US, even though I was continuing my search for being a Japanese translator, believe me or not, I used to be a Japanese translator trained in New Delhi at JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru University. Um, so that career search didn't go well. Sadly, 9/11 happened, September 11th, and I experienced a hate incident. Where I was while I was walking on the street right after 9/11, I was yelled at, go back to your effing country. And that particular moment kind of was the life changing moment for me. And I had never experienced something so deep that words could hurt you so much or impact you so much. And when I was talking to my best friend Farah Noshin, she suggested I should process this through storytelling, make a film about it. And that's what I did. I made a short film called Citizenship 101. And then I was looking for a place to showcase that film. My best friend Farah Nushin also had made a documentary. She's a Muslim queer woman from Hyderabad. She made a film called Nazra. Uh, and she also then started searching to showcase the film. And our main thing is the film, showing the film wasn't the main um, goal for us. It was to talk about behind the film what was happening. So uh, then we say, if nobody is getting our films, why don't we create our own platform? You build it, people will come. And sure enough, that's what happened. We built it, and they started coming. And that was in 2002.
And you showcase only South Asian films at your Tasveer Film Festival. And I also noticed that this year you have like a special section for LGBTQ films, and you emphasize on women filmmakers and women directors. Films from Afghanistan, I noticed that there was a category. So, what is your vision behind such categories? I mean, you already focused on the South Asian community, but in addition, you've also sort of highlighted these categories as well. So, what's the vision behind that?
Yes, we our vision and mission is to highlight, to inspire social change through films, art, and storytelling by and about South Asians. As you say, like, do what you know best. So I know about South Asian culture. I'm a South Asian from India. So we say, why don't we just focus on South Asia? And uh, right after 9/11, there was a lot of hate crimes happening on South
Yeah,
Asians. So we took that part and said, let's elevate South Asian stories. Not that we want to exclude anyone, that's what we knew best. And we wanted to do a focus area, and we wanted to do good at it, like with high
yeah.
quality and um, engaging the community. We also wanted to highlight the marginalized communities, the LGBTQI community, We talk about caste system, we talk about education, domestic violence, women empowerment,
Yeah.
climate change, everything. And there's a we are a social justice organization. However, to serve it to the larger community, we do make sure that it's served in a way that people can consume and still get informed and
Mm.
not ignore. Oh, it's a social justice thing. Rona dhuna hai, so we won't watch it. We want to do it so well that people come in and get entertained while getting informed.
Mm. You brought up that there's stories about caste inequalities, social inequalities, and gender inequality. So, there are some people who would say that, why are you presenting the bad stuff about South Asia? So what do you say to people like that?
We're saying that there's a place for everything. If you want to watch Bollywood movies, there's a theater right here, 2 miles away. Go and watch it. But nobody is showing films or documentaries or great films like All That Breathes that got Oscar nominated last year. Nobody is showing that in our community here. So that's what we are doing, and we don't hate other we don't dislike Bollywood films. We love it. When it opens up, we all go to it, but it's already being done. We are doing something nobody is doing. So
Yeah.
yeah, we used to get that a lot.
Yeah.
Finally they have
But
stopped saying it.
but you do believe that showing these films itself is inspiring social change, right? And would you like to share some experience, some film that you felt made a difference?
What happens is if someone is watching a film, they come forward and say, oh my gosh, I never knew there's a Christian community in Pakistan, for example. I'm just a very high level, and I belong to that community. It was so good to see that on the screen. Or there was a youth come forward, and he's from the queer community, and he would say, "Thank you for showing this film," and and to see others are in the same position or situation as I have been or I am in. It's so um, uh, uplifting, and they feel supported. They feel there are other people out there. One of our longtime community, I call her our co-founding member because she's one of the friends since the beginning. She's from Pakistan, and she saw this film from Bangladesh when there was all this genocide happened after in 1971, and her life changed after that. She was uh, distraught that how much violence had happened from Pakistani army on the Bangladeshi um, people, and she ever since she has been very involved in the nonprofit from Bangladesh and supporting them. And there's this camaraderie and friendship that brings to the table. We are not working in silo. We are all same people from with
Yeah.
almost same culture, and still with a lot of diversity, but we all work here together.
No, and you're right. There are films like that really inspire you, and they change your perspective about things in such a unexpected way. And it's like your friends, her whole life purpose sort of changed after that. And I think that in that sense, films do have that kind of a power. So, what kind of movies influence you personally?
I love drama,
Okay.
and you would see that what I like that filters into the programming of the festival, and uh, without trying to promote yet, I would love to mention, like, even if you see the opening night of the film, our film festival, Manal, which is I love Sri Lankan films, and the post-war love story, the post-civil
Yeah.
war love story is just so deep and beautiful and subtle and uh, painful to watch. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's showcasing the PTSD of the war on the people, yet
Yeah.
they're searching themselves and finding closure and finding their love. to something to hold on to. It's uh, it's beautiful. I love contemplative films like that, and then it
Mhm.
shows the things and landscape that we are not day to day aware of, right? So
Yeah.
I like to watch and show that's not very common.
And how many films do you get every year, and how many finally make it to to the festival?
Yes, we get close to 400, between 400 to 500 films.
Wow.
And we show about somewhere 75 to 100 films. We try to keep it
Wow.
down because one is we can't possibly show more than 100 films over a weekend. People will go crazy trying to figure out
No,
which
but
film.
is it humanly possible for one person to go and watch all those films?
No, there's some films that we show simultaneously,
Yeah. Mm.
which I
So
don't like
it's
because
physical as well as online, yeah?
yes, and then
Yeah.
since the pandemic, we have been doing online also, so
Mm.
calling it a hybrid mode. So in person and in online, we have 83 films and 25 world premiere. I believe there are 17 languages. I forgot to get the exact number.
Wow. Okay.
And
So it's good actually that it's hybrid because earlier people in India, we couldn't have seen it. Now we can.
yeah, now it could you could watch it globally anywhere in the world. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, we have all kind of topics, everything. I always
Yeah.
call it a buffet. So
Yeah. Something for everyone. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, watch show.
And yeah, so we were talking like you've had your own personal journey as well. You've as a woman, as an entrepreneur, you've I'm sure that you must have had some interesting experiences. You've already shared how it all began because of a comment that somebody made. So tell me about what has been the most challenging part for you for bringing Tasveer to where it is now.
Yeah, the challenging part is one is we are still it, even after 21 years, we are still underrepresented in the US. Um, it's a challenge to make the outreach and let people know about the festival. Uh, that's, believe it or not, it's hugely the most challenging thing. We try to do our best, get the best marketing team and try to promote as much. Uh, uh, the newspaper and media don't like to cover it as much at all, to be blunt about it. Even in our city, they won't pick it up, but they will pick up other general mainstream ones. Funding is always challenging.
Mm.
COVID threw a wrench in the middle of everything that was going on. Um, the yeah, the population is small. It's a niche market for
Yeah.
being in US. So if we call it South Asia, then only most of the time what happens is it's a South Asian film festival, and mostly South Asians only try to go and say no, it's open to everyone. Everyone should come and watch. So those kind of things are always challenging and make it once it becomes niche, it's population being small. In
Yeah.
India, if you throw a rock in any corner, there will be 30 people watching it. Here, getting 30 people through the door is like, hey, oh my God, there's so many people here.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah, I
that's,
think I think I think that you're right. There's a challenge there. It's like a double-edged sword because you're calling it South Asian Film Festival, so there would be a segment of people who think, oh, it's only for South Asian viewers, and they would think that it's not for them at all. But since you have 17 languages, I mean that's huge. That's like a whole like a mini continent, in terms of the variety of languages, and I think that's also reminding us how diverse our cultures are in this part of the world. So many linguistic
yeah,
variables come in the play, when you're putting together something like this. So
yeah.
but I'm sure you have subtitles for everything, right? So people can watch.
Yeah, everything has English subtitles. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So tell me, out after all this, looking back, the way it has grown, I'm sure it started with a smaller pool of films, and now it's becoming bigger and bigger, and more like 500 films are applying every year. So, what do you feel has been your greatest achievement?
I feel my greatest achievement is keeping it going and strong, and
Yeah,
bringing high quality films. But the recent achievement would be to support the filmmakers behind who are sending their films to us. So we started our film fund in 2020 during the thick of pandemic. Started partnering with Netflix, getting funding out to them, finding distribution for filmmakers, started giving providing mentorship to filmmakers. That's I'm so very very proud of that. And also to toot my own horn, we also got the Oscar qualifying status. We are
yes,
the only
great.
one in the world to have the Oscar qualifying status.
So, what does that mean actually? Tell us what about what is it?
uh,
What does it stand for?
it's for the short films that gets an award. They get a direct line to the Oscar
Oh,
shortlisting
okay.
um,
Wow.
lineup. And then before we got this accreditation, they have to go through some huge, bigger festival where South Asian films are handful, may not be the short film. So now they can get an award in our festival and go directly to Oscars.
Wow, that's amazing. That
Yeah.
that is a big achievement. I think it's worth celebrating, and especially like you said, after the struggle of the pandemic, and then now suddenly things are opening up again, and people are taking interest in stepping out and going for movies. So that's definitely going to help. And yeah, and is as a woman who's really made her own way in life, like as we call it in India, a self-made woman. What are some of the key lessons from your life and career that you'd like to share with those who are just starting out on their journeys?
One thing I always tell all the people and younger people that keep at it, don't give
Yeah,
up. It's like be consistent, whether people are coming or not, just keep doing it. No matter how small it is, just have the continuation. If you continue it without, oh, the 200 people didn't come to see it or 500 people didn't, it doesn't matter. Even if one person comes and watches it, it's a success because you're
yeah.
serving the community. So keep continuing, keep doing, believe in why you're doing it, why you started in the first place. Just be at it, don't give up. That's what I would say.
Absolutely. That's absolutely right on, because a lot of people give up after the first block in the road, and then they just they think it's going to be too hard. But if you push and you push and you push, and then the resources come,
Yeah.
like from somewhere you get the help and you get the resources as long as you don't give up.
Yeah, yeah. It's a yeah, you're climbing, and there's some rock or something come, and there's a, oh, they can't see the other side.
Yeah.
Everyone gives up at that
Yeah.
right
At
before
that
they get
point.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. So it's been wonderful speaking to you, and I wish you all the best for the next film festival, which is coming up in October. So that's the 18th Tasveer Film Festival. It starts on October 12th till the 15th. That's the offline one. And those of us in South Asia can watch it online from October 16th to 22nd, and we'll share all the details in the comment section. So please try, if you can, everybody, I would recommend that you go for the film festival this time for sure. And there are some amazing films on the website. If you check it out, they shouldn't be missed, and I've already tick marked the ones that I'm going to see for sure. So thank you so much and all the best. And as part of both Ishi and Sapan News, I'm really really happy that Sapan News is the media partner for the Tasveer Film Festival, and we hope that more and more and more South Asian filmmakers will find that that platform to really show their wonderful work through you guys.
Oh, thank you, Ekta. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for bringing me to your platform. Thank you.
Thank you so much.